I think I'm live. Let me sorry, it's giving me some warning, and there's going to be a lot of patience today because this streaming thing is very new. Why is it telling me this? Sorry, one sec, guys. Oh no, I think it's telling me it's okay now. Let me know if you can hear me, see me, if this is working. Oh my gosh, this internet is so bad. Can you guys see me and hear me? Let me know if you can see me or hear me. I maybe don't think you can because no one's saying they can. Let me drop some quality. Yeah, I'm in the bottom corner. So you can okay. Thank you, Steph. Like, am I talking to myself or not? Yeah. So this is the streaming software. Please be very patient with me because you can't test this stuff because obviously, it's really hard to test a stream because you can't really, you have to do it to do it. So yeah, it's a slight echo. Okay, if it's bearable, then I don't want, because like if you guys could see my screen right now, there's crazy amounts that go into this. Basically, like what, a website, some pictures, and a picture and me. Oh my gosh! And it took me like 2 hours to set this up. I can make this. Oh, I can make me a little bit bigger. And my computer sounds like it's gonna like take off into the stratosphere. So I wanted to get this to work, but I don't know what's going on there. Actually, let me just shrink this because I don't think I need this right now. Okay, so welcome everyone. Again, please be patient with me because I don't really know what's going on here. It keeps telling me all the time, please check the video resolution, and I'm like, I don't know how or where. So yeah. So let's get started with what is going on in the L word world. Because yesterday, all this week, I have had the most terrible migraine. Like, it was still bad this morning, and I missed a lot of what was going on, because I couldn't look at screens or anything because it was just so bad. So I've put all the pictures in this slideshow to the left because it's really hard to like bring up pictures and stuff because I don't really know what's going on here. The background pictures are taking over the screen. I mean, I see it and it looks normal. So hey everyone, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for coming. And let's talk about what's going on. I had to make a list today because I didn't want to miss anything. So, actually I can see on my phone myself. The first thing is just like a tiny little bit of information. It's not anything fast for season 2. It's not anything. My thing looks like it's buffering. We just have a first name basically for this person, and I'm hoping it's going to come up in a sec. I talked about this before, that because IMDb doesn't know how many episodes the person's going to be in, they're just putting one episode. Like, even though Rosie's doing 3, they've only put 1 episode for her because they're still filming and all this stuff. So this woman has been cast in the world in the character of Chloe. Okay, here it is. The 3rd one down, Benita Krista Nall. She's going to be a new character. I didn't really recognize her, but then I went and looked at her IMDb page, and she's been in a bunch of stuff, like Buffy, she was in Alias, like loads and loads of shows that I'm sure a lot of people watch. So I thought that was, they're still casting people. I think I said this not last live stream but the time before, that I know they were still doing auditions for certain characters well into December, so they're probably still doing a bit of casting. And Rosie was on live yesterday and she's still quarantining. Today is her first today's her first like day. She's not like on set. She's getting her like wardrobe fittings and things because they will have asked her for all that in advance, and it'll just be like final bits and like measurements and stuff. And tailoring, that's a big thing on shows like this. That's why they always look so good, like, because they tailor everything for them. And Rosie's been quarantining since the Sunday, I think, or Monday. And then she was saying that on they did a like run through, like we've been seeing all those pictures of Zooms and things, and she has been doing those scripts, going through, because she's in 3 episodes, so they'll be doing like multiple ones. And so Rosie is then on Saturday, they're doing like, I think this is what they're mostly doing every weekend, because they're trying to film so quickly, that on Saturday they're doing like the run through, and they'll be doing like, just basically everyone that's in certain scenes, they'll be showing up and doing like a play, like a rehearsal. And then she starts shooting on Monday. I see some people saying that the quality's bad. I mean, I think that just goes for any internet at the moment, especially people in the UK who are on lockdown. I have it on my phone and it's fine for me, so it will be wherever you are. That's sometimes it is mine, but this one, like, I got one of those boosters and stuff, but just because of lockdown, like, everyone is on the internet. Like, normally on a Friday people go out and stuff, so I mean, there's always going to be problems, usually like 5 to 6. That's why I would never stream at that time, because everything's overloaded. But yeah, it's just one of those things, and why I always put the stream up afterwards. So Rosie, like I said, she starts filming on Monday, and she did say she's going to try and do TikToks from the set if it's allowed. So hopefully that works out. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to say before I talk about the big thing. Petra, no, there's no release date update yet, but hopefully they will. I really think like by the end of February they'll at least give us something like coming in fall 2021, because it's just they don't want to. Normally, if this was normal and there was no crazy state of the world and they were just filming, they would at least by now have said, you know, coming in September or whatever, or even just like the season. But it's the fact that because it's COVID, because they're filming and they're trying to film so quickly, that they won't commit to anything until they've basically got most of the season in the bag, because they are running the risk of being closed, or like, sorry about the squeak. So that's why they won't commit to anything until probably they're filming the finale. Just read it. I'm going to talk about it right now then, just since you can't stay any longer. Callie's getting pretty aggressive on the shop front, so hopefully things will settle down a bit and they can really focus on getting the show right. Yeah, Kelly, I it's just, they have been really good. I mean, I put in that slideshow, you can see that they, and I've talked about this before, that they do normally 3 tests a week. And I think that even, you know, if anyone's coming on the show, they have those rapid tests too, which they are pretty good. And oh, hey, Savage, that they're doing them pretty much probably, the PCR, like immediate ones, they'll be doing them like probably every day, especially for people like Jennifer and Kay and Leisha that are on set a lot of the time. Striker, I don't think that any, because none of the cast are, you know, in those like really high risk category. Well, I don't know their medical history, but they're not in that age, and I can't. I'm sure if someone like Jennifer Beals got it, like she would share it. So I don't think any of the cast have had it yet. But I know that they were talking about in California doing some of the entertainment people first to kind of stop the spread as much as they can. I actually, I think I've spoken about this before too. I volunteered to administer the vaccine here, and I actually got an email about it today. So I'll definitely make some videos about me doing the vaccinations. Do you think we'll get a short trailer by the end of Feb? I really, really hope so. I even if we just got like a little 30-second thing, I would hope so. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the wedding that everyone's going crazy about. So just a really quick sum up for anyone who doesn't know. Basically, this week, where they're filming, they've gone, so like if this is LA on the coast, they've gone way out east to San Bernardino, and they're at like a very luxurious, like somewhere that people would, you know, book for their wedding. It looks like very vineyards and like, you know, places people go for like a long weekend and stuff. So there was a video put up on, and I have the video. When I do a video about it, I'll post the video in there, because I do not know how to get it on here right now. But the pictures are in there. So someone, I think it was the AD that was in the video, and then it was one of the camera crew that videoed it. And basically the day of the inauguration, so I'm all messed up because of the migraine. I think it was yesterday. No, it was the 20th, so it was Wednesday. They were having all these issues on set with the Wi-Fi, and that picture that Kate and Leisha put up and said, you know, like, what a bad day to have signal issues. And I follow a lot of the cast, the crew on social media, and they were all talking about how bad the Wi-Fi was, because there's one woman who she posts like a lot, like it's like this picture that I have in here where it's like all the camera crew standing in Danny and Sophie and Micah's apartment complex. So it's not really anything that's like worth me doing a video on or worth me like putting on Instagram, because it's just like pictures of the crew. So in this video, like picture that's on the screen right now, where the woman's holding like a box of fruit, and just to the left you can see the place that they're in, that's like a vineyardy wedding place. It's clearly clear as day, like a wedding, and they have, you know, like the flower altar and all that stuff. So everybody started freaking out because they thought, oh my gosh, this is Carrie and Tina's wedding. And I am 99.5% sure it is not, because if you see on the screen, there's someone that's standing, like probably the closest we can see. I've marked it in yellow and purple, I think, that the person that's standing there in the it's like a dark blue suit, that is Leo Sheng's stand-in. And for anyone who doesn't know what a stand-in is, it's basically someone that they have for a really long time. They're like another actor on the set, but you just never see them because, you know, the actors, maybe they need to go be in another scene, or they need to, especially with what's going on, how they're filming, or maybe they need their makeup done or to run lines or something, or maybe they just need a break. And so these stand-ins, whenever, you know, I talk about the scenes where they're filming 1-2 and it flips the camera between being on my face or being on the person that I'm speaking to, or it's, you know, like the background of this scene where they're setting up and it's someone who, I mean, they don't have to look like you. Like on The Office, they only had one male stand-in and one female stand-in that did like all the characters. So they will be the person who literally stands in for the actor while they're like setting up lighting and all this stuff, so that they can, you know, the crew can do their job while the actor doesn't have to waste time on set. And it's also good for, like, especially, you know, all these people that they have certain things built into their contract, or like Leisha, Jennifer and Kate, they're executive producers, they've got other stuff going on. So that's Leo Sheng's stand-in. And I think the last person that would be at Tina and Carrie's wedding is Micah, because he has absolutely no connection to Tina or Carrie, unless it's like, you know, it would be ridiculous. It would be Tina to Bet to Danny to Micah. Like, it just, why would Micah be at Tina and Carrie's wedding? So I'm pretty sure that that's not the case. I saw someone else say that they thought it would be Finley's sister's wedding, and I thought that was interesting, but then I'm also like, why would Micah be there? And the reason I'm so like, normally I'd be like, oh, you know, maybe he's just there or in another scene, but they are spending a bunch of time at this location. So it's just, and of course now with everything that's going on, they're way stricter on who is there, and if someone isn't Jennifer wasn't on set that day because they're trying to make it so that the cast on, it's not like normal where you could literally come to set sometimes and you'll have one scene at 7 a.m. and you won't have another scene until 5 o'clock. But they're not doing that because they're shooting these 3 episodes at a time and making everything fit. So let me see some of these questions. Yeah, Lisa, I did also think Danny and Sophie's wedding, but it's just if Sophie goes to Danny or and I can't think of anyone else it would be, like, unless, there's some U-hauling going on. Robin said, is anyone from the first L Word coming on? I really hope so. I mean, we definitely know that Tina for sure is coming back, and I would really like to see Helena, Tasha, everyone, but again, with the way things are, like, Rachel Shelley's in the UK and the UK's in lockdown. I would have a hard time thinking she would come back this season unless they are filming for 8 months and, it's like May or something when she can come. Oh, Ross says, if it's Danny and Sophie getting married, I'll be so pissed. Striker, maybe they will show why Finley is so messed up, how she got so broken. I'm really interested in seeing, like, Finley's storyline and stuff, because I mean, there's I know a lot of people I went to school with who are from very rich, white, conservative families, and they went to Catholic school, and they have all those, like, I know someone that absolutely, like, is 100% gay, and I just saw that she's got engaged to a man, and I'm like, ugh. Silver lining, mine and Finley's wedding. Give me the details so that I can be on the up and up about that. Silver linings. Hey Jack, Finley was going back for his sister's wedding. Must be that, but good tease for us to wedding. Yeah. I mean, it definitely could be Finley's. That's the thing. Maybe, Finley, obviously her family is not comfortable with her being gay, so maybe Finley's like, Micah, you're a guy, come with me to my sister's wedding or something, just. But I'm 99.9% sure that it is not Ben Tina's wedding. Kelly, I can't believe they would marry Sophie and Danny. After cheating, it would seem to be to put a break just a bit and soak the drama. Yeah, I really do have a hard time believing that it's Sophie and Danny's wedding. Striker, oh my god, no more Shane and that ridiculous wedding thing. Yeah, Tammy also makes a good point that is true about it for it not being Finley's sisters, is that apart from the like that wedding from season 5 when Shane goes, like, that was like, it was a plot device, it was a MacGuffin, and when have we seen, apart from Carmen and Shane, which didn't even happen, I mean, we haven't seen any other wedding, like, to do a wedding episode for main cast is like a really big deal, and I got some other stuff to say about this too. I'm just reading some of the comments. Ross says, yeah, they can't have gone to Hawaii to get married then, as Micah didn't go with them. Yeah, and this place is, it's a California in San Bernardino, like, this place, like, I'm not gonna say the name of it, but it's like I feel like people who are around there would look at it and be like, oh, that's so and so, like, it's not Hawaii, like, I know they can, like, they shot, I'm using The Office again for example for some reason, and Friends, they shot all those shows in LA for Pennsylvania and New York, like, I know they can do that, but Hawaii is, I feel like, different. Oh, sorry, someone is making an appearance. Jay, you can't be in the microphone. Come here. You're gonna get stuck in the wires. Sorry. 1 second. Go sit in the blanket. Gee. I just Striker said it could be Tina and Carrie rushing the married timeline. Like, my opinion is it is just, also I would find it really hard that they would I just don't think, even if I hadn't seen these pictures, I just don't think they would ever show Tina and Carrie's wedding, because they know that we didn't get a Bet and Tina wedding, so they are not, I really don't think they're going to show that, because I think it would just, unless they literally are like, let's absolutely cause the most drama and let's just, torch the place, like, it would cause so much controversy. Oh, Roz, that is true. Maybe Sophie and Finley get married. Sorry, I think I'm really behind with these comments. It's Bet and Tina's wedding, Tammy. Oh my god, wouldn't it just be great? Oh, hey Jen. Kelly, I think this season will be a wash for special guests. I think Grabbing Rosie probably blew their wad, so to speak, but with COVID, I would think they're just trying to get the season in the can. The thing is with shows, especially this show that's like a reboot and stuff, or a revival or whatever you want to call it, that the first season they are very cautious with budgets and stuff, and that's pretty much why we only got 8 episodes, because a show like this, they have like a certain production value that they want to make, like, it's a Showtime show. It's not like, you look at the CW, The Flash or Superman or something, compared to the movies and stuff, like, what you're signing up for with CW shows. But Showtime and HBO, like, they want like a certain, Christmas and greatness. And that's why instead of doing 12 episodes, they did 8. And with season 2, they will have got a very big budget increase. And with a lot of the characters like Gigi, Nat, Tess, that are all coming back and being in more episodes, like, obviously their salaries are being bumped up too. So they have got more money, I think. And, someone like Rosie, she's probably not going in there being like, I want to make, $500,000 or $1 million from these 3 episodes. Like, I feel like she would do the show for a reasonable amount, because it's the L Word and she's gay, so and she's like a big fan of the show, so I think it will be more to do with COVID than anything, that why we won't, have a ton of people. But they're being really safe, they're doing the testing, they'll still get some decent people in. SL Watson, have we heard officially how many episodes Laurel will appear in? I'll be thrilled if it's more than 3. I've said this a few times. I think that, and this is just my personal opinion, because she's obviously going to be in 3. I would have a really hard time believing that she's not in at least 5. But I don't think it's going to be more than 8, because if she was in 8, 9, 10, they would have made her a series regular. Oh, Lisa, you want to see just Sherry Jaffe again? Oh my god. Gloriana. Spelled Carrie's funeral cheese, girl. Lisa said, were Kate and Leisha there? They were on set that day, and they stayed, you know, like the way they're doing these things, they are spending the whole day on one location, and I'm not sure whether they were in 2 scenes or 10, but just from what they said on Instagram and everything, yeah, they were definitely in that location in those scenes, but we just don't know, obviously, if they were just there to be there, if they had, you know, a huge amount of dialogue and appearance in the scene. So we just have to wait and see. I do have another thing to say about my investigation into these pictures. Lynn, has there been any news on what the new character, the Chloe character role will be? No, I literally just dug it up through Instagram, IMDb and stuff. So we only have a first name as well. So I'm not too sure, but I'll definitely keep my eyes peeled. Yeah, Striker, I did actually have that thought too about it being Alice and Nat's wedding, and that this is like a silly thing, but the pictures that Kate and Leisha did, that one that's on the screen, the inauguration day, Leisha's makeup looks like very, like, more than usual, and, you know, like, I don't know about everybody else, but like if I have a big event or like an awards or like a wedding or big event or party, like I go more with my makeup. So I was thinking maybe, you know, like that could be, or just could be, you know, she's wearing more makeup. Kelly, the financial impact on a wedding for Tibette would be ginormous. I mean, it would have to be on the level of Luke and Laura. Yeah, that's another thing that, like, I just don't think that I like to hope they wouldn't do that to us, because also I've said before, like, I will never stop watching this show. Like, clearly I'm a huge fan. I have an entire channel dedicated to it, and I spend most of my days, like, you know, investigating blurry pictures that like are at this much of the screen. So I know there's people that they are only here for Tibette, and if there's no Bette and Tina, they'll turn off. And I know there's people that they say, oh, if this happens or that happens or this doesn't happen, then I'm done. But I feel like there's a lot of people who, if Tina and Carrie got married and they showed the wedding, that they would turn off. So I just don't feel like they would risk it, because in the original L Word, Bette and Tina, you know, the whole first season was the way that it... Go over there. The whole first season was the way it was. And when they broke up at the end of season 1, they were supposed to be done, ended, that was it. But Eileen Chaikin got them back together because of the huge fan response. And everyone knows that just only got bigger, especially through season 5 and season 6. So they know how, like, what a big impact Bette and Tina are on the show. And I've spoken about this many times before, because I mean on a minuscule level, but I even see it on my channel. Like, I know that if I'm talking about Bette and Tina, it's going to get way more views than if I was talking about pretty much anyone else. I love seeing all these new names in the chat. Roz said, how are we certain it's a wedding venue holds other functions? If you look in the pictures, like it's very like you only get from about this point onwards, but it's one of those like not flower walls, but like a flower, the word is escaping me right now, like the flower thing that you'd have over like an altar, and I can't see anything else that one of those would be used for. So I know there's a word for it, but I can't remember right now. But it like you wouldn't have that at like a funeral, christening, a baptism. Wait, christening and baptism are the same thing. I just, there's nothing I could think of, like a graduation, nothing that would have one of those. Like I only ever seen them at weddings. And there's also like other like you can see in those pictures, there's other, the bits that I've like circled, there's other the same pink and white flowers all throughout the room, and the way that the chairs are set up, like it just looks like a wedding. And that venue too, like obviously there's other things that go on there, yes, but that venue is a big wedding place. Striker, I also wonder with all the political drama if they would mention it. That's one thing that this goes for pretty much all Showtime shows, that they don't, in the same way that they're not going to talk about COVID, that they don't have like seasons, they don't really have timelines, they don't celebrate holidays, and where they may make like a throwaway comment like, oh, if someone said something about, oh yeah, what a nightmare that president was, well at least he's better than the last one, or something very general like that, like hinting towards one of the presidents or some scandal, but they never would directly reference one, because just the way those shows are, that they don't really follow any sort of like timeline or anything. Kaya said maybe a flashback of Kit's funeral, and that's just what I was saying before. It definitely like does not seem like a funeral, like the way that arch remember flower arch, like it's definitely not, and the way that like the flowers over it, it's definitely not a funeral, I don't think. And they really don't do I really wish that they would do more flashbacks on the show, because in obviously like when we got those flashbacks about everybody like their first love and all that, like that was so interesting, and one of the only times that we really got any backstory on anyone. And I would love flashbacks, but especially now that they would go back to the, whatever 10-12 years that it's been between the original and the reboot. Nancy, but why would Micah be there? That's why I'm saying that it's definitely not Carrie and Tina's wedding, because Micah's probably the person that has like the least connection to Tina or Carrie. Yeah, I'm 100% Roz that it's Micah Standen, because I follow him on social media, and he took a picture in the exact same suit on that room where like they're standing. To the right of it, there's like little balconies and stuff, and he was standing on that balcony like, and took that picture pretty much within like 40 minutes of that video going up. think maybe I don't think I took a screenshot of it, but let me see. I'm pretty sure I didn't. No, I didn't. I'll take a screenshot of Micah standing and post it in on my story on Instagram. Yeah, Lisa, that is true. That many of the guests on the L Word, like, they were interested on being it because of the show. Like, even Marley Matlin, like, her and Jennifer Beals are friends, and she basically was like, I want to be on the show, and Jennifer was like, okay, so Marley wants to be on the show, and like, Sybil Shepherd. There's a load of people that and I've also talked before about. There's a ton of people, Kelly McGuinness, Elizabeth Keener, that they wanted to be on the show because they were coming out. So it was like, a trendy thing to do. Kelly, I think now that they have committed to Tina being in the show, they will keep LH less than a regular, so there won't be conflict with her art shows and her painting time. Yeah, I mean, she's been clear that she's on board for the show, but she will also want, that's her main thing, and there's also like a ton of other stuff that goes into when you're a regular on the show, and all these commitments. Like, obviously it will be different this year because of COVID, but usually all of these, like all the press junkets, and with season 2 they might even go certain places overseas, like maybe they'll do like a London, like a Japan, a France, like there's a lot of extra time, like all the interviews. I wish they would come on my channel, like all these other things that go into it, and also like those, all the prep work and all the other things. Like, there is a lot more that goes into the show than just what we see on the screen. So it's not surprising to me that Laurel, she has an entirely different career too. Like, she's basically doing a favor to be on the show, and like obviously she loves it, but yeah, it's a big enough time commitment, I'm sure, doing what she's doing. Lynn, what if it's Shane and Kiara's wedding? Oh, sugar, I just lost my place. Oh my gosh, where was I? Okay, here I am. What if it was Shane and Kiara's wedding? I'm pretty sure Kiara. I talked about this one of my Instagram posts. I can't remember the name off the top of my head though. Let me go on my Instagram. So Kiara's in this new show called Rebel, and if you go on my Instagram, there's a picture of her in like a mask and a face shield, and she's filming that right now. So she, and that picture's not even that old, it's like a week old. So she's not going to be on season 2. Lisa, could it be a wedding that Alice is covering for a show? Maybe a celebrity. I don't think that they, again, like, we never really get weddings on the show, and it's such like an expense as well, and like quite a big thing, that like if it was a season that had 24 episodes and they had all these a few episodes that they needed to do like filler and stuff, I would say maybe, yeah, but I don't think that they would have this be a point, and then it's like, why would Micah be there and like a bunch of other people? So I think it will be someone in the show that it's their wedding. Roxanne, why they keep, I think, unblocked the L Word queue off YouTube? Most of the parts are blocked. they even if so like the other day when I put one of my videos up, basically if I ever put like 30 seconds, more than 30 seconds of the original L Word or Generation Q, they will copyright flag me, and usually they're like, oh, okay, just cut this bit out. Or but if I say I went and I posted right now like an entire episode, they would strike my channel. And if right now I put 3 episodes up and they boom 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 struck all 3 videos, my channel would be deleted. They are very, very like protective of the material, and there's even some shows that if you put a screenshot of like especially the season that's airing, they will copyright flag you. It's just the way Showtime and HBO especially do things, because because it's like a paid for channel, they want people to pay for the channel or to buy the episodes through YouTube, iTunes or whatever, Apple Store, whatever it is. So they're just really strict that way because they want people to pay for it. Yeah, just read it. Alice has never mentioned wanting to marry. That's true. I can't see it being Nat and Alice. That's not like one of my high possibilities. Oh, hey, Sonia. No worries, you can watch it back after. And I'm so behind. I think this is the most behind I've ever been in the comments. You've probably been here for like 10 minutes. Oh, hey, Peter. Oh, hey, Flea, too. I see you there. Maria, Barbara. I haven't seen you guys before. Oh, hey, Maria. Welcome. It's your first time. Welcome, welcome. Lisa, since Bet and Tina were not supposed to stay together, was Tina's pregnancy written in because Laura was pregnant? Yeah. Well, they were obviously in the beginning when they wrote season 1, they were supposed to split up, and then it was when the show aired that everybody went nuts for Bet and Tina. So during that like hiatus between season 1 and 2, Eileen Chaikin and especially like Jennifer Beals and Laurel Holloman were like, okay, like people love Bet and Tina, like we need to get them back together basically. And Laurel basically like said I'm pregnant, and then they were like, okay, well, like, do you mind if you, because like Jennifer was pregnant in season 3, and she just carried around a lot of like shopping bags and stuff, so they could have done that if they really didn't want to, but Laurel was cool with having it in. Seaward, if there's a crew shooting in Santa Barbara, would they also be shooting at the studio? Absolutely. I mean, the only thing they're kind of limited on is like this episode that they're shooting, if that's say episode 5 or 6, which I'll talk more about that in a minute, if it's the same direct, so like they would have to be shooting episode 4 somewhere else, like maybe there's a lone scene that like Bet has to do, or Bet and Angie or something, like of the people that are not on that set, and they will absolutely have it set up this way because they are trying to shoot the show as fast as possible, and the way that everything's been organized and arranged, like they are absolutely making the most use of everybody's time. Oh, you guys are so sweet, welcoming Maria. Like Jacques said, like a reef. No, it's like it's a flower arch. I remembered in a minute what it was. Ross said, isn't Micah a teacher? He's a college professor. which we only know because we got like one line, I think, in the first episode where he was like on the phone saying, "This is college, we don't call your parents." Which was his entire backstory, basically, apart from his mom. Oh, thanks, Brenda. This is definitely, like, by far the most people that have ever been on live stream. Like, it's normally like around 35, 40 at the most, and there's like 70 plus people on. It's pretty amazing. So thank you so much to everyone for coming. You're too good to me, you guys. Oh, hey Molly, I hope you're okay. Glad you could make it. Roz, how old do you have proms in America? We have them at 15, 16. Well, I mean, like, yeah, they're seniors, so 18. But they have like homecoming and stuff like that. But no, this definitely is like, I mean, there's all like chairs in the front. It's definitely not prom. Striker, I wonder if Shahi would come back. They would explain somewhat what happened to Carmen. She has a bunch of work that she's well, one, she wanted to come back, and then Marja basically said that because Carmen's not, Latinx, that they didn't want to bring the character back. So they're like Sarah, they're definitely not I mean, I would love Sarah Shahi to come back, but they said, she said that they've moved on from that, and now Sarah Shahi has like a ton of other stuff, and she also just got cast in a DC movie in Black Adam with The Rock. So yeah, she'll be, that's like a big deal. So I lost my place again. I found it. Okay. Nancy, I recently learned that Sybil Shepherd's breakout role was as Leahy, the lesbian member of the group. Yeah, I heard that before. Yeah, we need to get people on the channel so that it can get bigger, and then I can be like, hey, JB, Laurel, Leisha, Kate, come on the channel. But yeah, I think it has to get a lot bigger. Yeah, Robin, that is true. She said Eileen made a comment a while back about the limited time they have to devote to any topic, so I don't think it's Finley's sister's wedding. Why would they give any time to a character we've never met? That's basically what I was trying to get out. You put it way better than I did, Robin. Like, they're not gonna spend time on that, because look how enormous the cast is, and we still don't really have a ton of backstory on anyone. Tina apparently like beamed down from the sky, so I just can't imagine them devoting all this time to Finley's sister, and this is a big shoot. Like, everyone, most people are there. Like, it's a multi-day thing. It's clearly like a big event. I just can't see it. So yeah, Robin put it a lot more eloquently than I did. Oh yeah, Savage, you are too good. She's like, let's get Ash on pants. I would absolutely love that, but I don't think they know I exist. Oh gosh. Yeah, Seth, true. Big wedding have to be for a main cast member. Yeah, I don't even think that they would do that for like Tess or Gigi, or it has to be like one of the mains. I'll be fine if Danny and Sophie, as long as the wedding is not Terry and Tina and Carrie. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. You're like, I'll be fine. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Kelly, yeah, they have released season 1 of Gen Q on DVD. You can get it on Amazon, and then you can buy it on Amazon Prime. You can buy like the actual DVDs on Amazon, or any usual like store that you have DVDs from. There's not really Tammy. I think Tammy has the DVDs, but I don't think that there's a lot of extras, because I think I was gonna get it, and maybe I asked Tammy, and she was saying there's not. Like, I wish they would do like like fun bloopers, something that's it. They have all that stuff. Like, why would they just not put some in, or like some deleted scenes and stuff? Striker, maybe it's a short flashback scene of when Tina and Beck got married, then it will cut to something else. Pff, I wish. I wish. But it's also Jennifer wasn't on set that day. Well, she wasn't on that set that day. Maybe she was somewhere else, but she wasn't there that day. Yeah, Roz, that's true too. I can't see Sophie and Finley being able to afford a wedding venue like that. Yeah, like that place is expensive. And Finley's like, stealing bikes and like can't put gas in her car. Oh, Brenda, if the GQ one is in the UK Amazon yet? I thought it was. But if you usually, this is what I do, which maybe I shouldn't be saying on YouTube, but because like obviously I spent most of my time in America, like when I used to get DVDs that were UK ones, or when I'm here and like I have my old American DVDs, you can just look up your the type of DVD player you have, and you can put in a code to basically jailbreak it, and they're online for like free, and it'll work with any disc then. Lynn, the photo that Leisha posted of herself in black and white, I'm hoping this is part of her look for season 2. Yeah, Leisha looks really, really, really gorgeous in those pictures. Oh, I saw the guy who did her makeup for that shoot. He posted like everything that he used on her, and I was thinking about getting the stuff, exactly the stuff that he used, and doing like the look, because I mean we have the same like coloring. We're both white women and blonde, so I was thinking about doing that. Uh-oh, lost my place again. Oh my god, this thing is not the most user-friendly. Oh, hey Cindy. Oh, glad that you're still liking the videos. Thanks, Cindy. Oh, Miss G has been... She knows I'm talking about her. She has been a cheeky little monkey these past few days, because... Oh my gosh, my head was so sore, and she was like, play with me, shouting at me when I was like lying down. She like jumps on my chest and she's like, meh, like right in my face. Oh, but sorry, bye Silver Linings. You're probably gone now. Striker, this is crazy to think. I know the Dana character is supposed to be dead, but the actress could she come back in the form of a cousin or family member that looks like her? If you listen to the Pants episode that Erin Daniels was on, she came up with some really good ways that they could bring her back, and she was saying that like that they could make her another character, and everyone was like, doesn't she remind you of, or some other family member or something. It was funny. Oh, bye Barbara, if you have to go, bye. Gee. Yeah, a day in a flashback would be good. And that's the thing. There's so many L Word cast members that they're not they're not super super busy. So I just don't get why you wouldn't have as many of them back as possible. Oh yeah, Roz, I love seeing the bloopers and stuff, and the deleted scenes too. Sometimes you get like some really good information from them. Oh, Robin, it's your first time. Welcome, welcome. Always, I try and read all the comments. I get a little bit behind sometimes, but glad you could make it and you've joined. Also, everyone I'm sure that's been before just gets used to Miss G just walking through the stream. The box sets of L Word sales picked up with other L Word swag after the show was announced. I watched it on Amazon and eBay. Oh really? That's crazy. I mean, I guess that happens a lot with shows when they've come back, because I talk about one of my best friends, Emily, she lives in New Jersey. We used to work together, and then we lived next door to each other, literally apartments next door to each other. And she has these two super cute, super humongous Persian cats, and I used to mind them, and she and her husband would go away, and then she would mind G for me when I would go away. But when I've been telling her to watch the L Word for a while, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to, and then when they announced the reboot, she's like, oh, I gotta definitely do it now. And when Generation Q came out, she's like, oh, I gotta watch it. And I think we were on it was just before I started my channel, so it was episode 4 or 5, and she's like, oh, should I just start with Generation Q? And I was like, absolutely not, you need to watch the original first. So she went and got the DVDs and stuff too and watched them all. But yeah, I mean, I have so much L Word merch, and every Friday when I wear it, when I see my brother, he's like, oh, you going live today? Because I'm wearing one of my L Word shirts. And don't forget, if you guys want some L Word swag and want to support the channel at the same time, don't forget to check out my merch. There's some new pieces in there. There's a Alice, Gigi, and Nat shirt, and a Bet, Tina, and Angie shirt. And there's all the other ones, like this one with the cast list and stuff, so... Yeah, Leisha did look really hot in that shoot. Oh, Ross, that's nice of you to say that everyone who wants on the Google Drive. That's sweet. Yeah, someone said Micah's wedding, and I was like, I did think that for some reason, and I was like, why am I thinking that? And then I think it was the whole Jose's still married thing. Yeah, Sonia, Life of the Cat Wong. Miss G is, I was telling you guys about, you're all like my therapist. I'm the girl that I went on the blind date with, so she's been watching my videos, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. She loves the L Word too, so it's so nice to talk to someone about it, and she's been rewatching it, and then she'll I think it was the re-reviews I did of episode 6 and 7, and we've been having virtual dates on Sundays, and she's like, oh, I was watching your videos yesterday, I really agreed with what you said, and I was like, oh my god. So I'm a crazy fan on there. And I sent her a picture of Miss G before, because she was Miss G picks her dinner at night and which flavor she wants, and I sent her a video of her doing it. And she was like, oh my god, Miss G is just beyond spoiled. Oh, bye Barbara. Oh, Striker, the Pants podcasts. So if you go, I don't know what phone you have, but if you have an iPhone, they're on like the Apple podcasts, and I'm pretty sure like any of the whatever podcast, like they're all free, the podcast things, and if you just go on there and just literally search Pants or Pants with Leisha and Kate, like it's right there. The logo's like a little red and yellow thing, and you just download it or listen to it over stream, and that's it, nothing else. Oh, Flea, you saw a Jenny lookalike at your gym yesterday? That's funny. Oh yeah, that Lisa said the same thing I did. You can get the little you can jailbreak the region code. Yeah, it's really easy. You just Google it and it tells you what to do. Gee. Butt in my face. Oh, Tammy, I didn't see that. Laurel shows in September now. Oh, I was like, B said July was always optimistic given our vaccine plans. I was like, and then I read Tammy's thing. So that's cool. 15th to 26th. I really, really, really hope that... Gee, you're really driving me nuts because your hair is going everywhere. Go over there. It's like her hair stuck to my makeup now. I so hope that I can go, and you know, I'm sure there's a few people on here who haven't ever been on the stream, but anyone who's going to the London show, and you know, you're a subscriber on my channel, if you want to, I'm gonna take all my subscribers out to dinner the night before Laurel's show. So when it gets closer to the time, obviously I'm gonna set up like a Facebook or WhatsApp or something group, and just let me know if you want to be in it, and I'd love to take you guys to dinner and have a real life in-person live stream. And we could even do that. We could live stream for anyone that's not there, so that would be cool. Oh, Brenda, you have a holiday then? Oh, Kelly Down has been cancelled as well. I saw oh, what's it called? Glastonbury was cancelled as well for the second year in a row. Oh no, she deleted the tweet, Tammy. Oh gosh. Oh, September 2022. Oh yeah, I'm sure. And maybe she just put the wrong thing. Oh, good, Jen. Yeah. Definitely. I'm caught up on the comments now. Finally. So the other thing I was going to talk about was in regards to the picture that's on the screen right now. The little placards. So, no, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get stuck. I just need to pull it up on my phone so I can remember my train of thought. So the little clacker thing, you know, and they say action. So they purposely hid the bit of the clacker that says, you know, what episode it is and the writer and director and stuff. But if you can see that the writer is Marja, and then I don't, the director Mo someone, but I think that this is, and it also says at the top left, roll A59, and in December the 20th they filmed episode 3 of season 2 and Marja was the director, and so she's the director for this other clack. This is the clacker that's for the wedding thing, and this one, episode 3, was this clacker picture was taken on the 20th of December, my birthday. That's what I remember. And where's the other one? Sorry, I'm trying to find this other one so I can make it clear what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. Where's the other picture? Oh, maybe it's easier to go on my Instagram. Sorry, guys. I will get to the point I am making. Okay, yeah. So... no, it's not that one. Okay, found it. So there's a clacker from episode 7, and they were on roll 463, and then there's one more. Where is the one more? Oh my goodness, I thought I had this saved. Sorry about... Jay, come on now. Getting your hairs all stuck to me. Sorry, this will make sense in a minute, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't find it. Oh, bye, Maria. Where is this other bloody... Okay, I can't find the exact picture, but basically, if you line up all the little clacker things from last season and the few that they've shown us this season, even though they've cut off the last bit in that one from the wedding, you can definitely did I find it? Yeah. It definitely is clear that they're probably, and I mean, again, they're filming these out of order and out of sequence, but by A59 that they're on, they're probably on episode 6 by the roll that they're on. And so now, you know, the way I was saying before, I think like Rosie was maybe in like episodes 4, 5, and 6. I'm more leaning towards, I think that she's going to be in 7, 8, and 9. So I guess maybe we'll see next week if Rosie is posting TikToks from the set and stuff. But yeah, based on that little roll number, and then I compared them against like other clackers, and it seems to line up that way. And then also, because I'm assuming, because this normally happens with all showrunners, that they will write or direct or both the season premiere and the season finale. So the other clacker that we saw from 203, that one that's on the screen right now, Marja is the director for that one too. So because I'm saying it feels around episode 5 or 6, I definitely think it's 6, because there's no way that Marja would direct episode 3 and then episode 4 or 5. Like, it's too quick. So I'm pretty sure that she's going to do maybe someone else will do one, but she's definitely doing 3. And if she does 6, then that would line her up to do 10, the season finale. So because when, like, you're obviously a director, like, you can't do the episode before or the episode after, because there's like a whole other side to the prep of, like, you know, working everything out and doing all the prep work, and then afterwards, I mean, this doesn't necessarily go so heavily with Showtime shows, because they do everything before they like, they're not like, you know, Grey's Anatomy, where they're editing and the episodes going live before they finish the end of the season. So I'm pretty sure that this, you know, week is them finishing, and it would be really quick if they're doing this, episode 6, and then Rosie coming on Monday is them starting out episodes 7, 8, and 9, those 3, and then they'll move on to the season finale. So what did you guys say there? Oh, Kelly. See you later then if you have to go to your job. Glad you could come. Yeah, Sonia, I am going to start my own private investigator service. Do you know, that is the job that most people tell me that I should have done that. Like, my dad tells me that all the time because of all the dirt I dug up in his life. Oh, Peter, welcome. I love investigating the L word, and if they give me a tiny little blurry picture of a wedding in the background and a piece of a clacker, you're gonna get some key information from it. Oh, Striker, no worries. Glad you could come. Oh yeah, Molly, I was saying that earlier, that it'd be really great if Rosie was able to do the TikToks from the set. I don't know how much she'll be allowed to do, but it'd be really cool. Okay, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Does anyone know if there'll be a 3rd season? They haven't officially announced anything yet. Usually they don't renew until at least 2, 3, maybe half the season has aired. So we should hear about a new season probably when we've got to episode 6, 7 of season 2. But I just think if they're getting through filming these episodes so quickly, that I don't know. I mean, I know I did say at the beginning that if they were doing season 2 and season 3 back to back, but it just seems like a really, you know, I just can't imagine it happening without them making it public that season 3 was a go. I'm probably gonna wrap up in about 10 minutes, guys, so if there's anything else that you want to talk about, questions, now is the time, my friends. I feel like there was something else. Talks about the wedding, talks about the casting, talks about the clacker. Yeah, Steph, I think, well, I also think that, like, her being at the end of the season, it does make sense, because, like, Rosie probably will be the biggest guest star of the season, and, you know, they'll be wanting to build towards that. But again, I could be wrong, and they could, you know, it's so difficult to figure out what the hell they're doing, because it's such a difficult environment for them, and they're having to, like, film 3 episodes at once. I'm sure it's really, really complicated, and, like, I super applaud them, because they are being really safe and doing their best, and it seems like they're having really, really long days and long weeks, because they're not really having any days off. I think Sunday is the only day off they have, and they, like, some of the people I get info from, the call times are super early at the moment, and they seem to be filming very late because it was, I think it was yesterday that they were like on set ready to go at 6 a.m. California time, and doing that every day, and then they are filming later into the night, because that picture that I show, that's in one of the slideshows, of like all the camera crew at Danny and Sophie and Micah's apartment, like, it's dark, that's at night, and yeah, they're just really going nose to the grindstone. So it's not, I'm super grateful that they're working so hard to get the season out. Sorry, I got lost in a comment there. Jenny, then it can be Tina and Carrie wedding. Hope that gets Tina back. Yeah, I was saying before that Rosie wasn't on set that day, so it's definitely not Tina and Carrie's wedding. If Rosie's going to be in the later episodes, maybe, who knows, maybe the episode 10 will be like a cliffhanger for us, because look what they did to us in season 1. I mean, I have said a couple of times, like, Sophie is the character I'm least invested in, but it was still like a cliffhanger, and then everyone else, like, it was like they left everyone in like a good place, but it was still like, oh, what's going to happen next? Yeah, Molly, did Leo not say it at 6 a.m. call time? Yeah, I think I saw something on Twitter that he was saying, like, he'd only have like 3 hours sleep or something. So, yeah, they've been having really early call times. Flea, I don't think Angie will like Carrie. I don't know. It's so hard because, like, obviously, she loves Bet and stuff, and she knows that Bet's still like really in love with Tina, but then it's like she loves Tina too, and she's gonna try. But also, speaking as someone who, well, what the hell, my dad doesn't watch my channel. My probably the only, I rarely have people that I dislike. Like, I think I probably have about 3 or 4 people in the whole world that I don't like, and every single person that I know, every single especially in the island I live in and in Florida, like, I'm that person that I get along with everyone. Like, I have good relationships with people. I'm really friendly, but my dad's wife and I do not get along. Like, we are literally the opposites. And even though, like, I absolutely adore my dad and I love my dad, it's really hard when you don't like the person that your parents with, because it's like, but thankfully she's in Thailand for the next God knows how long, so I don't have to deal with her right now. She's also like a few years older than me. It's a whole big stereotypical white older man with money and young wife. Kaya, I hope they give Angie and Jordy more screen time, but since they're adding so many people, I have no idea what we'll see. That's really true. Like, the cast is getting super big, but also they did bump up Angie to a series regular, so she probably will have a little bit more storyline than last season. And also, I'm not sure how old Jordan Hull is. Let me look really quick, because there's like all those laws around minors and minors working and blah 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 blah. Let me see. IMDb. Oh, maybe I won't say because she's a minor. Oh my gosh, please make this more difficult to find out this person's age. Why do none of them have Wikipedia pages? None of them have. It's really weird. Okay, I'm gonna give up in a second if... No. Some basketball player that's more famous that keeps coming up. It just says the youngest cast member. Okay, well, soon she'll be 18, so like it'll be different. You know, she'll be able to be available more, and like her hours will open up. Savage, we the fans are going to try and get you on pants. Let's try this, guys. Savage, that would be absolutely awesome, but also very difficult because I am a tiny channel, but I would love it. So you go for it, girl. Oh, bye, Jacques. Yes, I did see that about the executive orders. Awesome. Yeah, that's true, Peter. It was a cliffhanger that involved a lot of people. That's why I liked it, because I can't get invested in Sophie. Jen, I will so hate a Bet Tina Carrie cliffhanger, but that's what will probably happen. Well, I don't think... Well, I mean, it'll involve Carrie, but Carrie won't be there because I don't think she'll be in the season finale because she's only in 3 episodes. But yeah, they'll probably do that to us. Lost my place. Oh, no, I found it. Yeah, Roz said if they're filming episode 7 now, then I definitely think we'll get a teaser trailer end of Feb to early March. They've filmed a lot quicker than expected. The thing is also, I'm like, because Rosie originally was supposed to come out on the 4th, I'm like, maybe they're just filming like a little bit out of order, and Rosie is actually in 4, 5, and 6, and they've just filmed all the other stuff, and then they're gonna finish the end stuff with Rosie, or maybe they're doing some other crazy order. It's just really difficult to predict right now. So I mean, I would absolutely love it if we got, you know, something soon, but I'm like trying not to get my hopes up. Yeah, like Tammy said, so jumping from scenes to scene, so it's really hard to tell. I wish I had like just a little plan of what they're doing. Like, I would kill for that information. You see what I can do with a clacker. I mean, if I had that information. Jen, yeah, I think I have seen, is like a play or something I saw her singing? Steph said, I read yesterday it's the 22nd day of filming. There's some of the camera people I follow on social media. It's so difficult to figure out. I'm like, maybe they were hired at different times, or it honestly, like, this is crazy, and maybe they're doing this on purpose to like confuse us. But yeah, they said, one of these camera people said day 22 of ... But I've also seen other people saying day 26, and it just, I think that some of the cast some of the crew was hired, because I've seen different ones added to the roster at like different times, and then I'm also like, maybe they aren't, but the way they say it filming, I'm like, is it your 22nd day or how? So maybe they're only, this is only episode 3 and they're starting 4, 5 and 6. Again, it's just so difficult to tell. Oh my god, yeah, Gloriana, I wonder what will happen in editing room. Oh my gosh, it must be so difficult. Like, editing my videos, I find a nightmare, and I film it all in order. So I can't imagine what a difficult job that would be. Robin, Carrie could be in the finale and really drag this out. Also, like the idea of getting Ash on pants. Yeah, I would love that. Thank you, Robin. But Rosie's definitely going to be in 3 episodes, so I don't think the finale will be, obviously, because they're doing 1 through 3, 4 through 6, 7 through 9. The finale will be like the absolute last thing they do. So I mean, they keep saying too that they're doing 8 months of filming, and I'm like, how? So I'm pretty sure that Rosie's either going to be in 4, 5 and 6 or 7, 8 and 9. And the finale will have so much stuff to tie up too. I don't think that they'll have like time for all that. I think they'll try and get that squared away. Yeah, Savage. I wish I was the fly on the wall to see what was happening. Okay, wouldn't it be funny if someone at the crew is watching the live under a different name and just laughs at all our speculations? You know, I think about that all the time because you know, again, I know I'm a tiny channel. I know that I'm like insignificant, but there really isn't anyone else who does what I do and like talk. You know, there's people that make like summary videos and stuff, but there's no one that really talks about the L word. Like if you type in Grey's Anatomy or something, there's a million of me. Bye, Sonia. There's a million of me for Grey's Anatomy, but it's just I really wonder like have you know, because tag like everything with L word Generation Q, and I just wonder out of any interest if anyone's ever like looked at anything, because the other thing is in the Jennifer Beals birthday video, like I like shouted out my channel in the video, so I wonder if, you know, like any interest. I doubt she has time to do that, but also then when Molly was spamming Rosie like a champion and getting got her to say, oh well, like come on Ash Silver's YouTube, and of course she's like, I don't know who that is, but I wonder if then she went and looked. But because I like Rosie, I've done like loads of TikToks saying like, come on the channel, Rosie, and she liked all of them and she followed me, and then she also said, I'd love to, but I haven't been on the show yet. So you better believe that once she's been on the show, I'm gonna be like, you said you'd love to, come on. So Peter, I don't think Bet's political career is over, so I think that's going to crop up again. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting what happens, because obviously Bet's going back into the art world in some regard with what they have planned for her next season with is it Griffin Dunn that's coming in and going to have some sort of like work relationship thing with her. So we'll see what happens there, but yeah, like Bet was clearly born to lead. This is so weird. Molly, it like is asking me to show your comment. Your oh yeah, sorry, Molly, Rosie's bestie. Molly is the champion. She's the one who got Rosie to say my channel. So some of the crew camera operators could have started early to get some B-roll exteriors and other work with other cast. Yeah, they absolutely did, because I saw pictures, I was going to say video, but no, pictures, the very, very beginning of November, where they were doing like building the cameras and prep work and all this stuff and lighting and yada yada yada, and they didn't start like filming with cast until the 30th of November, so they did that for like a solid month before. You're too kind, Savage. You keep trying, Molly, bestie. I don't think a recount, Peter, because I think that like like they've said, she's going back into the art world, and it's like the way that next season will start, there will be some sort of time jump, like whether it's a 2-week time jump like we're kind of led to believe in season 1 and 2 of the original L Word, or whether it's like a huge time jump like I think season 3 and 4, or even between season 2 and 3. So we'll definitely I don't think that, well, obviously she's going back into the art world, but I think she will turn that Milner guy down, because he was like trying to set her up with that whole task force thing that he was offering her that turned out to be bogus. Yum yum. When did... Oh, no. The message got retracted for some reason. Oh, that's weird. Flea. If Tina was so into Carrie, why would she seem annoyed when she asked Bet about her affair if she broke up? I wonder if she'll get jealous if Bet and Maya become a thing. I think I read something like months ago with the showrunner Marja, and she said that Maya was like kind of, served her purpose, in the sense that she was just supposed to show Bet kind of picking herself up and like going out on a date again and, moving forward, and she's not gonna like be like on season 2 or be like recurring or anything. So I think we'll see Bet going out with maybe a bunch of different people, or maybe like just 1 or 2, because with Bet it's like more than Tina, more than Tina's just always been it for Bet, and even when they broke up in season 3, like it took her a really long time to move on, and yeah, like she was with Jodie, but even when when they were at the plant at that time and the Betty woman was like, they meat tagged you, Bet just never seemed interested or anything. So maybe she'll like start another relationship, or maybe she'll like go on a few dates or something, but I don't think, judging by what the showrunner was saying, that Maya will be back. Yeah, Savage. She's definitely good. Bet's definitely going into the art world from the interviews that I've read, and that's why that Griffin Dunn is being brought into the show. He's some like mover and shaker in the art world. Roz, really a time jump, so we don't get to see the airport scenario. I mean, there's two things that I think will happen. Either we have not, the L Word doesn't do cold opens, but they show us immediately what happens in the airport, and then we skip, or they do something like they show us the resolution, like Finley and Sophie, say it's 6 months down the road and Finley and Sophie are living together, and then they kind of work us back like narratively, or they could pick up immediately. I'm trying to think what season, did any of the seasons pick up immediately? But there usually is some sort of time jump, but they could pick up immediately. Now that Rosie won't have to talk about the orange disgrace, she will have more time to talk about her career, so fingers crossed Rosie will chat with you, Ash. Yeah, definitely fingers crossed. Again, she said she would love to come on the channel, so you gotta remind her. Jen, probably a time jump. They already told Angie off screen. Yeah, like there's little time jumps all the time that they don't really like make it clear. Like in season 3, the season finale where they go for Carmen and Shane's wedding, like the episode before and the season finale, there's like a month time jump there that happens, and then there's the time jump between season 2 and season 3 because like Shane and Carmen are together for like 6 months, but there is like a lot of jumping around, but it's so weird because there's no kind of reference point or no seasons, or it's hard to tell what the hell's going on. One sec. Tammy, that's Helen. That Twitter handle. Yeah, Gloriana, that's true. Many things in GQ make no sense. Yeah, Steph, I just love JB. She's an amazing person. Oh, Jenny, we need more info why Tibette broke up. Girl, I have been saying this since day one. What happened? We need to know. Molly, I'll tell her that. But she's going to her wardrobe fitting tomorrow, and then on Saturday she's doing rehearsal. But I'm going to tell her on Sunday, Rosie, come on. Yeah, that's definitely Helen. It's got like the Bet and Tina from the season 6 finale sitting on the porch profile picture. Kelly is going to be in the picture for Bet. I think they will put fire under Tina's butt. Kelly who? Kelly Wentworth? She's filming the new Saved by the Bell spinoff. I'll try calling her Bestie Molly. I know that works for you. I thought that was just you and her having a special relationship. I'm gonna wrap up in a sec, guys, unless there's anything else that you want to ask me or Miss G. Yeah, she Elizabeth Berkeley, that's her real name, Kelly Wentworth. She's she's on the new Saved by the Bell. Jen, I really wish she would. I know that's your special relationship. Sure, you both of you are a nickname for one another. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. My migraine wrecked me this week. Oh, so badly. Bye, Peter. Thanks for coming. So, plans for this week. Oh, Deb, no! Let me know if there's anything, Deb, you want me to answer. Basically, we just talked about there's a new casting. Benita now, who's going to be someone called Chloe, but we don't really know anything else. And those pictures that you can see, like a flower arch, like a wedding altar in the background, we definitely, well, 99.9% know it's not Tina and Carrie, because Micah's stand-in is there and Micah's there, so Micah doesn't know Tina and Carrie. And what's the other thing? Oh, we also think that it's around, well, it could be either episode 3, or it could be episode 6 that they're filming. And Rosie is doing her wardrobe fitting today. She's doing a rehearsal, like in person with the actors, tomorrow. She's been excuse me. She's been doing Zooms, like a read through for the net, which also, that, I mean, they usually do a network read through, but I don't know, it seems like a big thing if like the guest stars there too. And she's starting filming on Monday, so yeah, B, that's a good point. We need Rosie to find out what Bet and Tina split, but I think the Carrie, we could, when Bet and Carrie meet, like Carrie could try and be like, you know, bond with Bet and be like, I know that you guys ended because and we could get a bit more information that way. Kaya, so glad that you enjoyed it. Oh, that makes me so happy when people say things like that. I do it every Friday, so I'd love to have you on Fridays. I am gonna try and do another stream, like a later stream for people in the US. So I'll be in touch about that, but definitely, you know, this time on Fridays I always do it. Oh, good, Deb. Yeah, you will watch it. You'll get all my rantings. Bye, Rosette. Bye, Robin. Bye, Steph. Well, I'm going to wrap up now because she wants her bedtime treat. And I'm also exhausted. I'm hoping that I'll wake up tomorrow and I don't have a headache again, because it's always worse in the morning. And I'm just looking forward to some relaxing weekend. Just gonna chill. Well, I've got actually some work to do, but what else is new? But let me know if there's any videos you guys would like to see, because I'm trying to slow down a bit with the retro reviews, because I've only got 10 episodes left. I mean, season 6, 8 episodes, 11 and 12 from 5, and then I have 1 through 5 of Generation Q. But if there's anything else that you guys want to see, please let me know. And because I just love doing videos and I love chatting to you guys. And honestly, just thank you so much to everyone who came every single week. I look forward to this. I talk about it all week, and I can't believe how lucky I am to have all you guys on the channel. And it really meant a lot to me to have 4,000 subscribers this week. And you know what's happening at 5 and 10, getting my Bet and Tina tattoo and my Ash Silver tattoo. So thank you so much, guys. I honestly, you are such a light in my life, and I'm so grateful for all of you. So thank you so much, and G and I will see you. I'm probably going to do a video tomorrow, so hopefully Sunday or Monday I'll have it up. And then, as always, next Friday for the live. So be good, guys. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. And let me know any videos that you want me to do. But you're the absolute best. And I love you all. So take care of yourselves. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.